And thanks for joining us at noon on this Thursday. I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan alongside our Sean Ash today. Cool and crisp morning this morning and quite a turnaround from what we've had. I enjoy it though. I mean, really, the 80s we had are now 50s and it's cool and crisp. It's not humid.
It's October.
It's October.
It should be this way.
Expect?
This is how it should be. Yeah, I'm loving life here. Yes, it's chilly in the morning, but these afternoons are so pleasant. So
yeah, layer up and then take off the jacket.
Please enjoy it because we have a little bit more to come your way as well. So here at the noon hour, as expected, temperatures moving on target. We're right around 60 degrees. We did have some 30s as expected this morning and some 40s, but just very comfortable. It's a refreshing east-northeast breeze. Clean sweep on radar at this hour. 59 Kokomo, 61 in Bloomington. And the change from this time yesterday, about 5 to 10 degrees cooler. As we expand the map, this is the deal here. High pressure, that's what's providing the refreshing air. A little bit of a warm up, a little bit of a returning wind there that we'll tap into tomorrow. More on that in a little bit. How about the wind coming down Lake Erie, producing some lake effect clouds, and we're probably going to see a few of those drift in, and it's again moisture provided by Lake Erie. Otherwise, a lot of sunshine around central Indiana and daytime highs that make it into the middle 60s. So just a beautiful autumn day here, and a lot of sunshine over the city at this hour. And here's your temperature timeline. We'll hover in the mid 60s for the better part of the afternoon. It's a quick cool down tonight, some frost potential tomorrow morning. And something you need to know about if you're going to Operation Football games tomorrow, have you covered ahead in the forecast.
All right. Thank you, Sean. We'll check back. And turning now to the news and some disturbing allegations that come out of Johnson County. That's where a 16-year-old is now charged with sexually assaulting a 79-year-old woman in her own home. Police say the woman was unloading grocery deliveries at the time of the attack. 16-year-old Rion Smith is now charged as an adult. He's charged with rape and also strangulation. The court documents say the victim asked Smith to pray with her, and he did so. And then, after the prayer, police say he raped her. Then, just minutes after the attack, police say Smith tried to steal a vape pen at a gas station that was just blocks away in New Whiteland. The owner of that gas station chased Smith down and called 911.
I feel so happy, and by God's grace, I'm okay, and he got caught, and another person will not get hurt in the future, you know.
The Johnson County prosecutor asked the court for a $250,000 cash bond to hold Smith. We are now working to learn when he will make his first court appearance. The state of Indiana now is preparing to carry out the second death row execution of the year, and it could happen within the next 24 hours from now. Roy Ward is set to die after midnight and before sunrise tomorrow morning at the state prison here in Indiana in Michigan City. Ward has since withdrawn the final 2 federal lawsuits that were seeking to delay the execution. The move comes after the parole board unanimously rejected his bid for clemency. He's been on death row for years now. A judge sentenced him to death for the rape and murder of this young lady. This is 15-year-old Stacy Payne. This was a crime that occurred in southern Indiana in 2001. Also, 17 years ago, tragedy struck a community here in Indianapolis as 2 young moms and their young children were gunned down as they huddled together inside a home on Hovey Street. Jenna Webster returned to that very same neighborhood this week to show us how one woman is actively working to turn that pain now into positivity.
A bright new neighbor claims this corner,
Everybody loves Fruities. Oh my God, so they're flying off the shelves daily as well.
where the shelves are always stacked high with sugar.
Hello, welcome to Charlie Chews.
No complaints from the kids.
Hot fries.
The adults either.
Seeing the light up on the kids' faces and even the adults, it really just makes my heart smile.
Shantae Davidson opened the variety store next to Douglas Park to be a place where kids feel safe.
Know that it's always an open door. And I believe that this neighborhood needs that.
A years-long project driven by love and her.
You know, she was just an innocent 5-month-old baby.
The face smiling back on candy bags. The same face seen over and over on the news in 2008. Charlie, held by her mother, Andrea Urell. They were shot and killed on Hovey Street in 2008 alongside Gina Hunt and her young son, Jordan January.
She had her 18th birthday in August. So just to be able to keep her memory alive, keep their names alive, and be able to still share the story and the impact that it had on me and my family, and just to have a legacy that would be able to continue.
Davidson is Charlie's cousin.
We actually have a young man that's been up here a few times already, and he comes with his grandmother. But every time he comes, before he comes through the door, he goes around to the front of the mural and he prays. And I think that this is something that'll soften up a lot of the kids' hearts around here to, you know, help them to understand life and the importance of life, and how quickly it can be just taken.
Outside is bright and new, but a memory frozen in time. A place named for the child who never got to be one.
Thank you for coming to shopping at Charlie Chu's.
In Indianapolis, Jenna Webster, 13 News.
After a week-long search, a mom in Putnam County has been found alive. Brittany Gard was reported missing from her home in Bainbridge, Indiana, after her home there was found on fire. Investigators have spent this last week looking, trying to find her. Then the discovery was made. It was around 7:30 last night that the sheriff's office in Putnam County confirmed that they found Gard in a wooded area, alive, about 2.5 miles from her home. Putnam County leaders brought in the Avon Fire Department to investigate the fire at her home. They did deem that fire suspicious, but have yet to elaborate on any evidence that led to that determination. They also have not said if they've identified any suspects in Brittany Gard's disappearance. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Also this week, J.D. Vance, the vice president, is headed back here to Indianapolis. According to our partners at the Capitol Chronicle, he's expected to meet with Republican state senators Friday to discuss redistricting. This will be the vice president's second trip here to Indiana in just the last 2 months. You might recall when he came before, he met with the governor and other top Republicans. That was in August. This was all part of that redistricting push from the White House that really started in Texas. Currently, 7 of Indiana's 9 voting districts favor the GOP. Indianapolis now is investing millions of dollars into public works in the 2026 budget. It'll go to road repairs, safety improvements, and equipment to maintain the roads and also clear the snow. This could help fix many of the damaged roads that we have all around the city right now. So far, more than $70 million is dedicated to improving the infrastructure. That's for 200 lane miles of streets, 40,000 potholes, safer intersections, safer crosswalks, and more. Councilor Joshua Bain says infrastructure is a top issue that his constituents care about. But he says he voted against the budget, saying that it should be getting more funding. The City County Councilor Majority Leader Maggie Lewis issued a statement saying the budget addresses priorities across every district.